Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. It is July 22nd, and I hope you guys are getting ready for a great weekend and hopefully having some time off if you work this weekend. I'm sorry. I wanted to share some great news. I have moved completely into private practice along with my work with Operation Jack's Village. If you've not been to operationjacksvillage.org yet, please do go there. Check them out on Instagram, add them all over social media. They're amazing. We're going to keep working and do great things with the adolescents and revamping education, hopefully. Um, I will hopefully have a new book out soon. Now Ka helps Mole in the Hole, a mindful tale for coping with depression. So you can look out for that. That should be hopefully coming if I can get my act together and get everything done that I need to do for that. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about a common thinking error, which is personalization. Personalization is making things about you when it's not. And we all do this. We all have cognitive thinking errors. It's just we're perceiving information in an incorrect way. We're looking at things and we're getting it a little bit wrong, or a lot of it wrong, depending on the thinking error and the day. But personalization is one of those things where you make things about you when it's not, and it really gets in our way and it increases our stress level. Examples of this is road rage. Somebody cuts you off or you accidentally cut somebody off and they go into a rage and they're like trying to chase you down and um, as if you did it on purpose or you had something personal against them. Um, if your coworker comes in for the day and just really doesn't talk to you, and normally they do, and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Why are they mad at me? Why is this person upset with me? Your child slams the door and you're like, oh, I'm a horrible mom or I'm a horrible dad or whatever. All of these things are ways that we personalize things that really have nothing to do with us. Just because something is happening around you does not mean that it's about you. So we take our ego out of it a little bit and we look at things in a more rational way. So we might have to calm our anxiety down or whatever, frustration levels, stress levels. Take some deep breaths in, let them out. Deep breath in, let it out, just to calm our bodies back down. And then we can go, okay, did I do anything to merit this kind of behavior? And the answer is probably no. 90% of the time it's no. If you did, that's a different story. Then go take responsibility and fix it. But most of the time, if someone else is having a bad day, no matter who that is, coworker, somebody at the grocery store, whatever, it's not your job to fix it. That's an important boundary thing. It's not your job to make everybody else happy. If you are spending your time trying to make everybody else happy, stop it. They need to learn to find their own peace and joy. It's not your job to run around and be all codependent and try to make someone happy because in the end you can't anyway. And you'll exhaust yourself trying. So don't do that. So good ways to avoid personalization is to just stop and go, what's the situation? Maybe they just need space today. Maybe they just had a bad day. Maybe they have a headache and they had to come to work anyway. Whatever it is, don't make it about you. Sometimes people will try to make things about you that are not, and that's another thing to look for. And then you can just say, is that true? Did I do something to merit this? And if the answer is no, then do not take responsibility for that. Say, no, that's untrue. I didn't do that. I don't merit this type of response. And set a boundary and say, I'm not going to talk to you about this right now. You go calm down and then we'll talk when you're calm and you've thought about this for a while. If you did something, then you can take responsibility for that. But a lot of times people make things about us that are not, and we make things about us that or not. So we want to stop doing that because you're going to have a lot more peace in your life if you're able to just be responsible for two things, your words and your actions. That's it. I mean, unless you have a baby, you're responsible for them. But otherwise, you're only responsible for your words and your actions. We are not even responsible for the thoughts that come into our head. Okay? The downside of that is if you have a really genius idea, you don't get to take credit for it. We did not put the thoughts in our head. They just show up like the clouds show up in the sky. Now, you might just have a really cool mind that you get a lot of great thoughts in there, and that's great. Some people have a lot of intrusive negative thoughts, but you did not create those thoughts. They just kind of pop in there. It is your responsibility once a thought shows up to determine, is focusing on this helpful or not? If it's not helpful, then stop doing it. Distract yourself, change the thought, challenge the thought, but don't let it stay there and fester like a splinter. Get rid of it. Sometimes it happens multiple times a day, and that's habit energy because our mind is used to doing things in a certain way. It's used to focusing on the negative, and that's actually part of the anxious brains too. Its job is to keep you safe, so it focuses on the negative because the positive doesn't represent a danger. So that's something else that we can talk about in the future. But just know, if you're having a negative thought, you don't need to keep it. Just like if you have a spam call, you don't have to answer it. Somebody knocks on your door, you don't have to open it. You have a negative thought, you can just send it on its way. Click spam and let it fly off. Distract yourself, do something else, change it. That's the one thing you always have the power to do. Change your thoughts. You have power over your words, power over your actions. Now, does it take practice? Yes, it does. So remember, take a deep breath, let it out. And if something is not about you, don't make it about you. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. And hopefully, I will get my act together and be able to give you guys a new video every Friday. So please look down in the comments below. Give me some ideas of things that you would like to see a video on. And stay safe till next time. Bye.